keep it locked, keep it locked. The Bougie Show, keep it locked. It's the Bougie Show, better keep it locked. We live, tell us what you wanna hear. When we turn up, you gon' turn up. Turn around and tell a friend. It's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Tell them it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show. I am Zay the DJ, and across from me is our first ever BBW to join the show. That's right, big, beautiful woman. For those that are slow, we've been getting it in, you know. We've got requests for her interviews several times throughout this past year. You know we ain't capping, so she's in the building now. The Latina exhibitionist, known for taking that stick while she licks, residing out of Miami, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Dani Valentina is in the building. Did I nail that? Did I nail that for you?
That was great. That was good.
I was putting a little remix on it. Oh. Thank you for joining us. Our first BBW, goddammit. And we gave you a nice one too. Y'all better not say shit. You look good though, I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
Hey, you know, Filthy Kings came back over here. He said, can you introduce me to Dani Valentina? I said, I got you, bro, no problems. I was meeting with him yesterday, and he was like, hey, what's your lineup? I showed him 10 performers. Only one he inquired about was like, I want her to shoot. I was like, okay, I don't know if she does.
Oh, hell yeah.
But he actually does Bang Bros directing, shooting, all their stuff too. So he's been in the game for like over 20 years. But anyhow, Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. It's a pleasure. She's a little bit under the weather, and she still came through like a trooper. So we applaud you and respect you. And she was patient with us. And she pulled up in a nice thing too, a nice vehicle. But I ain't gonna say all that. That's too much information. Dani Valentina joining us in the building. Let's take it from the top. So, how did the transition from adult entertainment to adult films, because I know you started out OnlyFans, but what made you actually decide to pull the, go ahead and make that jump and get into the adult film industry?
I think it was really divine timing because I used to work in the restaurant business, and right around COVID, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to start doing my own thing. And the next month, COVID hit, everything shut down. All of a sudden, I was collecting unemployment, and I just kind of figured out.
Were you a waiter, waitress? Waitress?
Yeah.
So that's how you was getting your money prior?
Yeah.
Were you a bona fide freak prior to getting into the adult film industry?
Oh yeah, I feel like I've done some sort of like
bona fide freak in the building.
Sorry, Dani.
I feel like I've done some sort of like sex work since I was 19.
What do you mean by sex work? Were you escorting or something?
No, but I had like sugar daddies.
You were just pimping. You were a player. You were a player. Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that's adult entertainment world. I think you were just doing your thing. Okay. Oh, you were doing some adult entertainment things. Okay, I got you.
But yeah, so it's so funny. Like when I was 18, I had originally inquired about getting into the biz because I thought it was something I can do, and then I got there and I didn't become a legal resident. So I was like, maybe like 28 or something. No, 21. But
where are you from?
At 18, I'm Venezuelan.
Oh, you're Venezuelan. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I didn't have like a legal ID, and obviously you can't make porn if you don't have like proper documentation or a social, and that kind of like put a damper on that. And then I think I was 27 once I got like started for real. I don't know. I was at work and I was like sick of working for somebody else.
I can imagine. I want to tap in a little bit into you said sugar daddies. Before we go into the next question, do you keep a sugar daddy on deck even to this day?
Not anymore.
Not no more.
No.
Why don't you don't keep one on deck?
I
one
make
in rotation?
enough money.
Oh, you don't need no goddamn sugar daddy. You're all natural, yes?
Yeah.
Jeez. Were you always this on the thicker side, or did you kind of
this is actually the thickest I've ever been. I feel like I used to be, my average was less than this. Like 180, 190, and
oh, you'll tell people your weight in a minute?
I'll tell them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now I'm 220, so.
220?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know if I can lift you up now. At 180, I know I could have had you. 220.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
Gotta get in the gym.
Yeah, I got to pump up some little more. Caesar, you think you can handle that? I don't think you even ready for that, but.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's really hot when a guy can actually like pick me up.
Have you had any performer ever been able to pick you up?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Maze.
Mozzie. Is it Maze or Mozzie?
Maze. But yes, it is like.
It's so funny. He built like he built like that photographer, ain't he? They the same. Yeah.
I guess I didn't take a look at him enough.
Oh, he know who that is. So he picked you up.
Yeah.
He was giving you the business. How long was he able to do it? Did he get a minute worth?
I don't remember.
He was the only one to do it. To try to do it.
I've had like people like pick me up, but like to like fuck me in the air. Yeah, just him.
I know some performers. You got with King Nasir? I don't think Nasir can get you.
No, actually, I worked with his dad, and like, he like
His
told me
dad.
that.
Oh, he did. When I interviewed him, I never knew. Somebody said, "Why didn't you ask him about his dad?" His dad is a performer.
Yeah.
What's his dad's stage name? You're right, because
Don Sudan.
Don Sudan. That's his father. Wow.
Yeah, and then I found out that they don't like
rock with
to
each other?
share the same.
Same people.
So yeah, I mean, who knows if that's still the case at that point when all that conversation even happened.
It is
That's what I
time to
heard.
stop the fuckery.
Boy, me and my daddy don't perform with the same people. Okay. Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. What did your friends and family have to say about it? Especially you coming from a whole nother country. Do they know who you are?
Yeah, I feel like anyone who like knows me personally isn't surprised by what I'm doing. It's pretty on brand, I guess. Like my mom obviously wasn't thrilled about it, but she's pretty supportive now.
You got siblings? Older or younger?
Both. I have a younger sister and an older brother, and my sister's super supportive, and my brother doesn't really. It's not like he's aware of like what I'm doing. I remember one time he was like, "So what is it that you do?" And before I could get a sentence out, he's like, "Never mind. I don't want to hear it." I was like, "Okay, cool."
What about your friends?
Yeah, my friends know. They get really.
Did you lose any friends behind it?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Did any of your ex-lovers contact you after becoming an adult film star?
I mean, I've had like people reach out, but like I remember one time with one of my exes, like I hadn't told him yet, and he came over and we had like we had sex, and after he's like, "Are you on OnlyFans?" And I was just like, "Why would you say that? I didn't know that you knew."
He was saying that to see if you were gonna lie.
Yeah, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
and what did you reveal to him?
I mean, I told him, yeah, like, well, I'm not gonna lie about it, but it was just a surprise. That was the first time someone like called me out, and I wasn't expecting to hear about it from them in specific.
What, you started out with solos on your OnlyFans?
I started off honestly posting like videos that I had made like in my personal life. Solos that I was making, and then just old clips that I've had from like my regular life. Break
down the routine. First of all, have you done production sets? Like, have you worked with the companies out there? The Main Bros, the Brazzers?
Only ever like 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
And who are those companies?
Brazzers.
Brazzers. Mm-hmm. And who'd you perform with?
Nate Nasty, Jovan Jordan.
Jovan Jordan, okay.
Lila Lovely or Lila Lovely?
Lila Lovely, yeah.
And, oh my God, I'm trying to think. Johnny Love.
This was in California?
No, all of my shoots have been here in Miami.
How was that? You prefer to do the content sharing, or you like the professional sets?
I mean, I think they're 2 completely different things. I do like the professional set in the sense that like I don't really have to think about it. Everyone's just kind of like doing everything for me, and then I perform and I leave.
I'm surprised you're not doing more, especially when you're in such demand.
I don't have an agent.
You don't need an agent. You can do self-bookings.
I don't know. I guess I'm not.
Would you see it? Would you get an agent?
I don't know. I don't know that I know one that like aligns with my brand. I don't see like BBWs in most.
But you guys have an audience. I get what you're saying. That might be a good production company to start, right? BBW production company. But it's got to be like the bad ones, like you. It can't be them old sloppy joppies. It got to be the real deals, you know.
Hey man, there's literally something for everybody.
Yeah. Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. Your routine the day of a scene.
I'm so sorry.
Your routine the day of a scene. So
I
say
just
you're
try to
getting
eat
ready to go.
something light.
Okay.
Yeah, just something light. So I'm not like too full for the scene, and that's about it. I don't do anal, so it's not like I have to.
I was about to
like,
ask you, did you play with the booty hole? Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't do any anal, so it's not like I have to like prep in advance. I just have to make sure that, I'm like waxed or, that's about it. To show up, do the thing.
Do you when you're performing, are you already in lingerie as they come in, or?
No, and like it's not always lingerie that we end up like wearing. Sometimes for my collabs, like we'll do more of like a regular outfit, like a house outfit that doesn't look as dressed up. For the company shoots that I've had, I don't think I was in lingerie for any of them. I was just like wearing like yoga pants or like a robe, or it was like something else, but not that in specific.
How do you move around at home? You walk around naked?
I keep my house really cold, so I'm usually in like something cozy. Yeah.
Your most embarrassing. So we'll stay on working on the set on the profession. Your most embarrassing moment while filming?
I don't think I really had anything
Nothing.
embarrassing happen.
What about not even necessarily from you? What about with the other performer in front of you?
Not even the performer. Okay, so like one of the shoots that we did, they were doing like fake cum like dripping from a sock, and the performer's dick had already been in the sock, and when the producer picked it up, there was some of the like fake cum coming out, which was some sort of like sweet something, and he just like went to lick it like instinctively, and we were all like pause, like
It is time to stop the fuckery.
so yeah, we got a pretty good laugh about that. But
What about your most memorable?
probably my first one, because it was are we talking like professional scenes or just in general?
Throughout your career.
Most memorable, I would say the one with Manuel, because
Ferreira?
yeah, he's my favorite porn star, and
Prior to you performing,
so
you knew about him. What do you like about him so much?
The like passionate, aggressive,
Gotcha.
back and forth. I feel like he really is good about like tuning into the partner, at hand, and I think that's important.
Do you like to be dominated?
I do.
Yeah. Interesting. So, off the clock, are you intimate with music playing in the background? Like, say you got somebody coming over, or you going over, you say, hey, let's put on a little music to set the tone?
Sometimes. I feel like normally it's not like that deliberate. Maybe we'll be like watching TV or working and then take a break or something like that. I feel like not many times are we like deliberately like in some, I don't know, listening to music kind of thing. Plus, I really like listening to the sounds of sex.
You like to hear the smacking?
Yeah, that turns me on, and I can't hear that.
Applaud her. She's a goddamn freak.
Got a bona fide freak in the building.
I can't hear that if I'm hearing whatever music is in the background.
What music? What song gets you going?
Oh God, I'm the worst with music. Please
Yeah?
don't ask
Oh,
me.
you're not a music? You're
No,
not a
like
music
with
person?
movies and with music, I'm just like not very.
So what do you do to stimulate your mind besides being intimate and having?
I like to paint. I like to spend time with my dog. I like to get moving. I like to be outside. I like photography. I don't know, like other things.
Didn't you just tell me you don't like to take pictures before we started this interview?
Okay, but of me, I can really appreciate a good landscape.
Wait. Oh, so you like to take pictures? Oh, but you don't like pictures taken of you.
I feel
That
like
is
I always feel
crazy to
so
me.
awkward when people are taking pictures of me. Like, it's one thing when I'm naked and I'm performing and I don't have to think about anything. I'm just like, the camera doesn't exist, as opposed to when I'm like deliberately trying to pose and like make something look good.
What about if
That
you're
makes
with
sense.
somebody else taking the picture? That makes life a little bit easier because it's not you solely having to hold it down.
It
Okay.
definitely does. I feel like little by little, I've really been able to appreciate like having someone behind the camera there.
You got to know how to use your assets though. Like when you're taking pictures, you're a good looking person. You have to
Yeah,
work it. Who takes your solo? Because you have solo pictures, right?
Yeah.
That you post. Who does those?
usually me.
Since you are Miss Valentina, so far in your life, the best Valentine's Day gift you've received?
Oh my God. I've been like perpetually single so like my life, like during my whole life. I don't know.
It's hard to date you?
I feel like It was. I don't think it's hard to date me. I feel like I just like always had like a bunch of like different people on rotation, and it was like
You're a player.
never that deep. So yeah, I've only ever had like one serious boyfriend.
That was when you were a waitress?
Yeah.
Why'd y'all break up?
Difference in lifestyle.
Was he a square?
Yeah.
Shit. No sugarcoating there. I saw that you performed with the young bull, Mr. Damien Daysky.
Oh yeah.
Had you experienced that type of package prior to joining the industry?
That was a lot of dick.
Well,
That was a lot of dick.
you could tell me better than I could. Was it overwhelming at times?
Yeah.
Were you able to
definitely.
take the whole thing?
I mean, I think so.
How'd y'all link?
Just Twitter. That's usually how I meet people.
Who reached out to who?
I don't remember at this point.
You don't know if that
It's
man
been a
got in your
while.
DMs or if you got in his DM first?
No. Honestly,
Where'd you guys shoot it at? Airbnb?
his place.
Okay.
He used
You
to
come
live
through,
here.
do you have to warm up first? How does that work?
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Did you meet him prior to shooting with him?
No. Sometimes I meet people prior to like actually showing up and working with them. Other people, I don't. I feel like it just kind of depends if I've seen them in some sort of like social setting or something like that. But for the most part, people are strangers before I shoot with them.
Anybody else out there you want to perform with? You done Dredd?
I haven't done Dredd, but he's actually kind of intimidating if I'm.
He's actually probably the nicest
I've
male
heard that. I
performer.
hear that from everybody.
He's intimidating, or his
Yeah, his dick is intimidating.
Okay,
I mean,
so
he
let's
seems like a
clarify
very
that.
nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. But you ever see the reel where he talks about? You never seen that? It went viral on Instagram when we posted. I got to show it. I got to show it real quick. I got to show Dani Valentina the reel, y'all. Hold on, check this out. Dredd, that's you owe me one. I just plugged you with Miss Dani Valentina and let her know that you're not a scumbag. So
No, honestly, that's what I've heard from everybody.
yeah, Dredd is cool. He's very cool, very good guy. He's you know, you don't get to that level if you don't do good business. You know what I mean? So you're intimidated. Shit, Daysky, you wasn't intimidated by him?
That was intimidating for sure. But I also love like a really big uncut dick, so I was up for the challenge.
You would never think that you speak like that just looking at you from the physical appearance. Jesus gosh. Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. What does it require for you to reach your climax?
Usually clitoral stimulation is like how I'm gonna get there. I can have great sex, but if
With
I'm
the head
not-
of the penis or with the hand? What we doing?
you know, yeah, hand or like, you know, if I'm getting eaten out, like I need to get like vaginal penetration and have like clitoral stimulation.
You're a size queen?
I would say so. And I feel like that's, now that I've gotten into porn, I've seen the extreme of what that is. I feel like in regular life, being a size queen means that you like a 9-inch dick, and in porn, it's like, oh, you like a fucking monster fake toy to like destroy you, and that's way beyond me.
Okay. You ever had somebody get the best of you while performing with them on camera, and you were like, "Yo, I got to get my kid back the next time"?
No, I don't think so.
Never had nobody get the best of you,
No.
where you're like, "Damn, I couldn't do nothing. Told my ass up, but I'm gonna you outperform me, but I'll be ready for you the next time we can do it again."
I'm thinking of someone. I don't even want to plug him in because he's a shitty person. But
Okay, I feel you.
but it has happened.
Yeah, but you don't want to plug them in. Are you necessarily plugging them if you call them out? I'm not asking you to call him out. I'm just
He's
saying.
already had plenty call outs.
Is he still in the game?
He is.
Black guy? Oh, God, I can narrow it down. Dark skin or light skin? Just say dark skin or light skin, then I don't need nothing else. Dark skin. Okay.
That's funny.
All right. I think I got an idea. And I already know what they're going to say in the comments, so I'm not even going to go no further. Wow. Skinny or stocky?
I could do both.
Both?
Yeah.
No. The performer. Is he skinny or stocky?
Oh, that's it. I feel like that's.
That's going to give it away?
Yeah. That's just,
She ain't a square, y'all. Danny. What sexual acts aren't you participating in these days?
I don't do butt stuff.
Okay,
don't do,
besides
like,
that. You do rimming?
Yeah, I love eating
Lick the
ass.
booty hole?
That's cool.
Men too?
Yeah.
What do you require?
I mean,
for you
as
to lick
long
the
as
man?
like everything's in order. I hate when someone is anticipating for me to eat their ass because like I don't know if you got an ass ready to eat.
Well, why would you
know?
anticipate for somebody to lick your booty hole if you don't have it ready to go?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like when it's expected, but if it's like something that like at the moment feels right, yeah, I'm going for
You
it.
bring male talents to your house to shoot?
I think I may have shot with one in my house. I usually don't bring them up to my house.
You
It was
usually
like
don't.
someone that I've worked with, and I'm cool.
You
with,
bring
so.
Manuel Ferrero to your house?
I guess.
You guess? So that's it though. Just no anal and
Yeah, I feel like, little by little, I'm like exploring more. I just like to go at my own pace so that I'm not doing something that doesn't feel organic to me, And yeah, I used to think that I was like freaky, and then I got into porn, and I'm like, actually, I'm not. Some people that are into some crazy ass shit.
yeah,
out
your
there.
work doesn't look crazy. I mean, I haven't pulled up your films, but just seeing on
Yeah.
Twitter what I saw preparing for your interview.
Yeah.
Let's talk about peers and how they have advised you throughout your career. Do you have peers that you are fond of and that you communicate with as far as about who to perform with, what to stay away from, who to stay away from, things like that?
I mean, I've met people like here and there, but I wouldn't say that I have someone that's like a veteran to like give me advice. One thing about this job is that like personally for me, because I'm more like the content creating side and not the mainstream side, I do a lot of my work from my house. So it's not like I'm constantly interacting with a whole lot of people in the industry. And yeah, so I don't think that I really have anyone like that.
Do you have friends in the industry that you do? That you hang
Yeah,
with?
I have like cool acquaintances. I just, everybody lives somewhere different, and so I feel like as friends as you could be through like passing,
What do you think that, before we get into some of your tweets, what do you think that
God.
men that subscribe to your content enjoy the most about you?
The natural look, I would say. I would say that they probably come to me for some amount of my personality, but mostly looks.
What you doing on there? You do penis humiliation?
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
if you
your
pay
go-to?
me.
What's your go-to line?
It just depends. I everybody's different, and so I tailor the rate. I know people that use the same copyright like paste version of it. I go through it and
They still sending penis pictures out here, like on your DMs and stuff like that? Still
yeah,
get
I
that?
don't care when they send, as long as you attach a tip to it.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
perfectly
yeah.
fine with me. Yeah, I love knowing that my fans are coming for me and whatnot.
What do you make? What do you usually What is the biggest monetization on your OnlyFans for you? Is it BG scenes?
Yeah, I would say that those sell more than my girl.
Tell me a little
solos.
bit about the requests that you get. Like, what's some of the craziest requests? I haven't asked that because I used to ask that back in the day. I kind of got off of it, but I'm actually, since it's on my mind. Give me a crazy request you've gotten from an OnlyFans subscriber.
Oh my God, the other day I got one that was absolutely fucking insane. He said that I should suck Johnny Love's dick while carrying him, and then he said maybe Manuel too. So in his head, like, he thought I was gonna like pick up two men.
Are these
and
two
just,
small
like,
men? Why would he think you're gonna be able to pick up two men? All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Truly beyond me. So yeah, that was his
But that's
fantasy
not
for me to
that's
pick up
But
two
what do
men.
they ask you to do, like
It's just
that you
like,
could?
what?
What do they ask you to do that you can actually do right there? That's kind of crazy. Like, I've had one girl say they wanted her to ride a dildo reading novels or some shit like that. Go ahead.
I would say that nothing too crazy.
Nothing
I feel
too
like
crazy.
my followers for the most part, like, I don't necessarily promote like a whole lot of like kink or like femdom stuff and whatnot. So I don't necessarily get that much of that crowd asking for something crazy. Mostly they just like want to see me and interact with me and whatever I'm comfortable doing. They're
So
happy
no putting
to see.
oil over your body, laying naked, none of that stuff. They don't ask you for that. Put bananas
Yeah.
between your breasts. or
Yeah,
some
I mean,
shit
of
like
course, they love like seeing me like oil down and whatnot. But I feel like the requests are like within reason. It's not anything that I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I feel like the most uncomfortable request that I get pretty often is like doing jumping jacks topless, and that hurts.
It is time to stop the
Why? 'Cause your breasts are
fuckery.
slapping
So
on
much titty, like that's heavy, and so sometimes I'm like, depends on like where I'm at in the month. Like it may be like really heavy and like tender, and that's probably.
And
the
do you have to
hardest
say
one.
something while you're doing jump jacks?
No, they're just like hype that it's even happening because I usually tell them no.
And your butt ass nigga, or you got your panties on?
Both.
And how long you have to do it for?
I just do it for like a few seconds.
How do you go about charging them for that? Is it you go by your mood?
Usually what I do is I'll tell people like they can tip any amount and then I'll surprise them, or if they make a request, like it has to be like 25 and up, and so of course it depends on like what that request is, that it'll be like the amount that I ask for. So it just depends.
Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. Let's go into your tweet. August 15th, you tweeted, quote, "Surely it can't be that hard to put a child to sleep, because why the F is your kid screaming and banging on the chair behind me during this flight? During the flight. The screaming I can sleep through, but kicking my chair is diabolical. Can you share with the people the final outcome of that situation on the flight to Vegas?"
A very generous man that was on the aisle. So I was at the window seat and he was in the aisle. He saw how much trouble I was having and he ended up switching with me because he was just going to be up. Very, very nice of him. I was trying my hardest to sleep and he wasn't trying to sleep.
Was it a red-eye flight or something? Mm-hmm. What were you going to Vegas for? To shoot?
Yeah, I went for a party and just kind of made some like collabs around it, and have
and the
fun.
baby was up, kicking the chair like that on a red eye?
I'm telling you, I had evil thoughts.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
Yeah.
Also on August 15th, you tweeted, quote, "The shower pressure in the hotel shower is 100 out of 10. I don't know what I love more, that the shower head is strong or that the tub is so big we can both comfortably fit." Who was laid up in the hot tub with you?
Oh, my boo.
Oh, you have a boo?
Yeah.
Or one of your boos?
No, he's
The boo? And this is in Miami boo or Vegas boo?
No, he lives in LA.
You want to say that person's name?
Oh, Flight Life Mars.
He's a performer?
Mm-hmm.
So how often you see him?
Usually like once a month.
You fly here, he flies to you?
Usually he flies here.
But you don't date performers?
I thought I didn't, and here I am.
But y'all at a long distance thing. You really take it that serious, or you just going with the flow?
I mean, we're monogamous, so
Outside of work.
of course, outside of work, yeah.
How'd you meet him?
Working. Yeah.
Working with him?
Yeah, we had a collab scheduled, and we just kind of hit it off. And so he was in town. We like went out to eat and whatnot, and we just didn't stop talking since.
August 12th, you tweeted, quote, "Close to finally being able to do a split fingers cross. I can get it soon." Were you able to get that off your bucket list?
No, not yet. I'm still working on it. That was like, I don't know, not that many days ago.
What is it going to take for you to execute it?
I mean, I started doing yoga a couple months ago, and so hopefully, within time, I'll be able to nail that.
August 10th, you tweeted, last one. August 10th, you tweeted something.
These
quote,
are tame because I've had like really crazy.
Oh, I didn't want to go. I rolled down because you already gave me enough that I didn't even have to scroll. But something about a man jerking off while sitting on my face, that just does it for me.
Yeah.
You are a bona fide freak. Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Am I supposed to play the
I
drive?
like that. I like that.
We got a bona fide freak in the building.
Now, let's talk about your beauty and the average man that comes across you. And when you recognize that they're solely enamored with your beauty, like your personality is second to them at this time. Not to say that they don't care about your personality, but that's not what's on the agenda at that moment in time. When you recognize that, how do you go about handling it? Do you stop them and say, "Hey, listen, we need to communicate, we need to get to know each other," or
I
do you
immediately
turn
get
it off?
like really turned off.
Okay.
The only time that I can like think of it happening in the more recent-ish time was a date that I went on, and he didn't find out what I did until we were having a conversation that I told him what I did. Because I like to be upfront about it. I don't want to
waste time. Right.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, it's like if I was on the clock. Like, it became so intense. Like, wanted to have his like hand on my lap and this and that, and like we should go upstairs after and let's have a drink. And it was too much. I'm like, it just felt inauthentic.
You want to tell me about some of the wildest? Have you ever got backlash for some of your tweets?
Yeah.
What tweet was that?
It was something about me saying like that performers shouldn't be complaining about being broke on the timeline.
A performer or that performer?
Performers.
Why? Because you're saying there's money out there, you just got to know how to go get it?
I just feel like that doesn't attract money. I feel like that's like going to a restaurant and like your server telling you like, we've been understaffed, I'm not getting paid, and also I'm having a shitty day at work. You better tip me. Like, that's not gonna make your dining experience any better.
So you're saying keep that to yourself? And who were giving you backlash? The ones that ain't getting no money? So the ones that's getting money ain't gonna give a damn, right? Okay, I'll take it up from there. All right, I got you. Is there another one that gave you backlash, or that was the one you sold, like the one
No,
that
that's
sits
really
out? Okay. I need to start asking performers that. That's a great question. Do you ever get backlash for any of you two?
I didn't think it was bad, but I don't know.
That's not bad. I think it was you just telling them, hey, you're shifting your energy.
Maybe
in
the way
direction.
that I said it wasn't the nicest way.
Brutally honest.
Yeah, but I mean that's also me. So
Yes. The weirdest thing a man has done on a date.
oh my god, I can't think of anything right now.
Nothing weird. Throughout your time. He's like, this is weird. One girl told me a guy ordered for her. She said that was weird.
I don't like that. No, I feel like either there wasn't enough to like go on a second date, or it was good vibes and kind of kept from there. But for the most part, no, I've been lucky that I haven't had any. Oh, you know what? As I say this,
I knew it was gonna come. That's why I kept going.
There was this guy. This is during quarantine, and what possessed me to go to a man's house that I don't know during quarantine? Only COVID could.
What, you met him on Tinder or something?
Yeah, and because everything was closed.
You were
it's
searching
like,
for D?
I'm sorry.
Searching for D?
Well, it's just like
just
kind of like
okay.
to me the way that I do or prefer to do it is like have friends with benefits. So I like to like be able to like hang out with a person and not necessarily like be terribly attached. So ideally, that's what I like to build with people. If I'm not like in a relationship. But yeah, he found out what I did, and then like all of a sudden, again, it's like if I was on the clock, like he's like, oh, like let me give you a massage and blah blah blah, and like you're not even done cooking, and like all of a sudden, like you're here asking to massage me, and it just felt like too much.
So that's
yeah.
weird?
Yeah, so I left.
Okay. That's the one
Which sucked because there was a lot of barbecue, and it looked like it would have been good.
Oh, wow. What about the horniest thing a man has done to with you prior to being intimate with you? Like before you were about to get to it, or you kind of knew it was going to get there, but he was just so horny. He was just acting or doing something that was just...
No, usually like if they're like really, if I'm not like immediately with it and they're trying to convince me that just like let me eat your ass, and then that usually
They
I'm
tell
like,
you that out their mouth.
Yeah. And then usually
Did that
I'm
get
like,
you going when they licked your booty hole?
Yeah, sadly.
Is this somebody you perform with? You ever had somebody offer to lick your booty hole, never being intimate with them before, prior?
Probably.
If a man eats your vagina the first time you guys are intimate, do you think that's weird?
No, I would expect that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sucking dick if you're not eating pussy. Yeah. I also like hate condoms, and I don't know.
Don't we all?
Yeah. It's nice to be in the biz nows.
When's the last time you used a rubber?
I don't remember.
You know how to use it?
No, I don't, honestly, it's been so long, especially since I've been in the industry. Everyone just gets tested, so I just fuck people who are tested. The thought of a condom is like, depressing.
All right, let's talk some real talk. If you could change one thing about the adult film industry, what would that be?
The social perception of it, like
Of performers in general?
of the like,
The game itself?
yeah. I feel like people are
They think what?
very judgmental about the people that are in this industry, and they're just like, oh, it's so easy, anyone can do it. But like, if everyone can do it, then they would, but they don't, you know? So I would say that.
The perception. What about the game, the industry itself? For those that are involved in it, what would you want to change
royalties. Royalties on like mainstream performances.
Oh, you mean getting a percentage of the content? Almost like a publishing type of thing.
Yeah.
But
I feel like that like would make sense because like they only pay like a flat rate and then that's
right.
it.
And then they own the content forever.
Yeah. And then these are multi-million, billion-dollar companies, and they're making plenty of money.
And you're saying like where the music industry, you still get a percentage of it if you're an artist in the sales, even though you might not. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Where the adult film industry, they don't give you that.
Yeah,
you
they
just
pay
get
you
that
the flat rate,
and
and
so that's pimping at its finest.
Sure is.
But I think it's backfiring on now because when COVID came, it introduced a new game with OnlyFans. So now if you're going mainstream, it's only just to build up your popularity. A lot of them have come on, done mainstream for 3 to 6 months, got up out of there, and they go about their business.
Yeah, I feel like it's like really good for networking and marketing purposes. I feel like that's really the takeaway if I agree to do a shoot with someone. So I've never agreed to shoot with like a smaller production company because if it doesn't make sense to me for you to own that company, for you to own that content, make some sort of like promotional marketing beneficial to me, then I don't really care for it.
Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. Does nepotism occur with adult performers getting contracted by the more successful production companies in the adult film industry?
I feel like it's hard to say just because like I'm not necessarily on that side of the industry. What I have seen is that like unless you look like a traditional porn star, you're not going to really advance within these companies. So I feel like, shout out to Brazzers, for example. Like I feel like they book a more diverse set
I know,
of
because
people.
they gave Ebony Mystique, who is not what the typical contracted star looks like, and they gave it to her. So I think they understand stepping out a little bit.
Yeah, the money's there, so.
Yeah, it damn sure is. Okay. If you could take back one thing from your adult film career or a scene, anything in particular like that, what would that be?
Oh my God, I don't think that I've like necessarily regretted anything. I've had, for the most part, I've shot my own content, and so with these experiences, like if I don't particularly care for it, like I just like won't promote the content, sometimes I'll shoot a scene and it's not necessarily the best scene and I'm like, I don't care to put it out. So that kind of feels like a waste in that sense and makes me wish that I didn't do it. But I don't think that there's like anything major that I regret.
No, there isn't a scene that you've done that you was like, if I could turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't have done it.
There's one that I would have done differently, not
What's
necessarily
that?
not done it. The gangbang one.
Oh, you did a gangbang?
Yeah.
How many men?
4?
I thought it had to be minimum 5 to be a
No.
GB.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it was a fun party then.
Okay. And what? Why? Would you take that back? You've done it differently, I should say.
Yeah, just because I shot it in a way that was very much to appease the male gaze and not necessarily like focus on like my pleasure.
Ooh.
And that's an experience that I really had always wanted. And if I get to redo it again, I would do it differently and have them focus more on my pleasure versus just like banging me out and like having that be the
So you
point.
didn't enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I just like once time passed, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I wish that I would have like spoke up more maybe about like a couple of things and like had things done differently.
The money shots with that, were they all cream pies?
Yeah, that one was all cream pies.
How'd you feel the next day?
Fine.
Yeah? You weren't sore or anything like that?
Like right after, I was like absolutely exhausted because that was a long scene. So after
What
my
were the
shower, I was
performers you
just like,
performed with?
oh.
And you said, go ahead, you answer that now.
They're, I think like not necessarily in the industry, but like get booked out by this like director, and so they're not necessarily like
Industry
in the
names?
biz.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said not you wouldn't have been you would have made it more pleasurable for you instead of catering to the gay audience, is what you said?
No, male gaze. Like I
Male
feel like
gaze.
male, like like it's like
Gay men.
no.
Wait,
Straight men watch porn in a different way that like women watch porn.
Okay,
or
gotcha.
like the different things. Like for example, like if I'm shooting a scene, I like it to be like passionate and a mix of passionate and aggressive, and that was just aggressive. And so I wish I would have incorporated a little bit more of the passionate aspects into it to like balance that out. Does that make sense?
And you were the director of that.
I worked with a director, and that was actually my first ever scene that I shot. So I went big the first time.
Are you would you ever do another GB?
Absolutely.
How many men you want to do?
Honestly, like aside from like gangbangs, because like those are cool to have everyone at once, but like what I really fantasize about is like trains, just like having everybody like around, like waiting their turn. That visibly like really stimulates me, but I don't have to like necessarily be focused on like 4 or 5 different people at once. So I would say gangbangs, yeah, are cool, but I definitely want like a train.
Train, choo. What about your sex game needs the most enhancing? Or needs enhancing the most?
I don't like to do much writing. Like I'm a thick girl. It's not as easy.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite position to get penetrated? Was it missionary, doggy?
Yeah, both of those are like 2 of my highlights.
Like when they slap you behind?
Yeah.
You like rough?
Honestly, yeah, I like rough. I like some rough.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy when it's missionary just because like I can really like tap in and like make eye contact with that person, and I feel like it's easy to share an organic moment when we're both there.
Yes.
So I would say that's probably my favorite, which is not something crazy.
So you need to enhance your writing, though. Is that what you're saying? You need to
I
get
would
better
say
at that?
so. Yeah.
So what do you think you need to do? Hit the squats?
Keep working out. I like recently started prioritizing my health again. So
what kind of workout? You go to a private gym?
yeah, I do Pilates and yoga.
Well, what kind of gym you go to? You don't go to LA Fitness or nothing like that?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
You go to a private gym, one of those expensive
Yeah, I have like a
membership
private gym in
ones?
like
How
my
much you pay a
building.
month?
And
Oh, you just go to the gym in your building?
yeah, no. So like if I'm just gonna go to like the gym, I'll like do that one. But if I'm gonna do like the classes and whatnot, then it's like that private studio.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten this. When's the last time you've been recognized?
The flight that I just took, someone at the airport recognized me. Honestly, I need to start being better about like.
What do you wear? Hat?
I always look like shit at the airport. I'm just
They
like in
still
absolute
recognize
sleep
you.
mode. Like I'm in like sweatpants.
How do they recognize you? The body?
I don't know.
Probably the body.
No. But
Probably the body.
yeah, no, I'm not really like covered up.
What do they say to you when they recognize you?
He was really nice about it. He was just like, oh, like, hey, Dani, like, I know who you are. And I
Was
just
he
like, shit.
worked for an airline or was just somebody traveling?
No, it's TSA.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
always the TSAs.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, but he was like real low key about it. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, you
which
gotta-
I really appreciate.
Yeah. What'd you say to him? Hey, how you doing?
Oh yeah, I was like, oh shit, thanks, man. Like,
You ever had a creep, a stalker?
no, luckily not.
No. You keep a gun with you?
Yes, a lot of
It is
guns.
time
Stay the
to
fuck away
stop
from
the
me.
fuckery.
Yeah. Pepper spray?
Yeah, but no, I'm not like a gun girly. I honestly, I like want to learn how to shoot guns, but no, I don't have.
You ever done Exotica and all that stuff? Conventions and get your booth and all that? No.
I haven't done a booth, but like here in Miami, I usually go to that Exotica. I don't necessarily like traveling. I'm really more of like an introverted person, so these kind of events that are just feel very overwhelming for me. So to like travel and like to do that doesn't really make sense to me. But if it's here in Miami, then absolutely I'll go.
What made you? Let me gather my thoughts here. When you say you're an introvert and you don't want to be out there like that, right? But you'll go to Florida. What are you doing? Are you networking at Exotica?
Yeah, so like, normally I'll see like other performers that like either I've met online but I've never met in person, and it's good to make that connection like in real life, Sometimes I see fans, but for the most part it's like me making networking interactions, I guess, with other performers.
Interesting enough. Let's talk about vagina maintenance. What does Dani Valentina do to keep her kitty cat in its primary? Keep that primary care.
I feel like, and if anything's like ever off, I just like use the BV pills.
The BB pills?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's bacterial vaginosis. No, I'm so wrong. I have no idea what it exactly like stands for. But yeah, you take those pills and it kind of like just resets.
Do you sit in warm water to calm it down? Like say when you perform with a day ski, do you have to lay in warm water and
No.
no? Okay.
I feel like if I ever have like a lot of performances back to back, it's mostly my body that will be tired, over like my vagina.
You ever had coke penis?
In my personal life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, it sucks, but
Why?
he was
You
really
don't get
good at
hard?
eating, so yeah.
Why it suck? Because you couldn't get up?
Yeah.
What about Hennessy penis or Remy Martin penis or tequila penis?
I don't know. I've never really had issues with those. I know.
Is there a difference between sober penis and fit the Don Julio penis?
Yeah, for sure.
What's the difference?
Sluttier.
Oh, when you're under the influence?
Yeah. I've like looked back in like videos where I'm like pretty drunk. I'm like, oh my god.
You
who
take a
is
shot
that?
before a performance, like especially if you're doing a night shoot? No.
No, I'm usually like sober.
So what makes you what makes you get comfortable enough to where you're going to drink with somebody to shoot? Is that just your
I just shoot
personal-
with people who I enjoy and who I want to shoot with. Yeah, no, I don't really have to do anything. I feel like if I smoke, I'm gonna get cotton mouth, and if I drink, then I might have to like pee, and I don't necessarily like to be like inebriated at all for these kind of scenes, you know. And so I'm usually fine, just perfectly sober.
You smoke weed?
Yeah.
How many joints you smoke a day? 2?
I usually smoke bowls. I don't really smoke like joints.
Before you go to sleep?
Throughout the day.
Where you get your weed from? Dispensary or the weed man?
Weed man. I'm in Florida. There's no
You still
legal weed
copping off
here.
the streets, or you got somebody bringing it to you?
No, it's delivery. It's great.
Must be nice. To be
Wonderful
busy.
service, yeah.
Does he know who you are, or she?
I mean, I was introduced to them through someone in the industry, but I don't know if they specifically know who I am.
They gotta know.
Probably. I don't know. Really
You
nice
ever,
guy.
you ever gave up some cootie for some weed?
Some weed, absolutely not.
No. Hey, I know a few of them that they get down with their weed, man.
No, I feel like, I mean, I've like dated guys before that like,
Dated criminals.
yes.
Wouldn't do that again. Yes, you would. Damn. She's with the
Really
bullshit.
reckless with money, and I love that.
You say what? Criminals are reckless with money?
I said scammers. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh,
criminals
you like
in
the
general.
scammers? Oh, you like the new age criminals?
They like to spend money.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Like when they like to spend that money. Keep all your money to yourself.
Absolutely.
It's a shame. I'm just busting your chops, you know. You sick. You hanging in like a trooper too. I appreciate
Bring
you.
it,
Dani
do it.
Valentina is a soldier in the building. All right, let's go to. Tell me about a location where you were sexually active. You never thought would happen.
Fuck, I feel like I've like fucked like all over the place. Definitely like in like public areas. One of my favorites was on a boat.
But you can imagine that. You see all them girls on them yachts and they doing their bikini. You
Yeah.
somebody knocking that shit down while y'all out there.
1000%. Yeah. But like no, that I was like, oh, I get work maybe. I feel like maybe that would be a good one.
Work?
Yeah.
What do you mean work? As a waitress?
No, I never hooked up with anyone there. I used to work at a office, and my boss was my sugar daddy. He was my sugar daddy before he was my boss, but that meant we also like got to fuck at work all the time.
Oh, y'all got to get down in his office?
Yeah.
Did he lock the door?
Yeah, we try to be discreet about it. I feel like the manager eventually found out like maybe some months later.
You ever saw that man again?
It's been many years since I've seen him. He got married.
Y'all used to get naked in the office?
Yeah, we used to get freaking.
Yeah, I used to get down and dirty, huh?
Yeah.
A freak. All right. What's your go-to meal after a shoot?
I don't know that I really have like a go-to meal. I guess it just depends on like what I'm in the mood for. But if I'm in the mood for something hearty, usually it's like pasta. I love pasta.
Like that pasta, huh? What, shrimp pasta, chicken pasta?
I usually either like a bolognese or like a chicken Alfredo. Just depends.
If Dani Valentina could have a debate with one individual, dead or alive, who would that be and why?
I feel like I don't really like arguing unless like someone provokes me.
Okay.
So,
But debate is not necessarily arguing. You're just making your points and you're debating about something, a particular topic. Is there anybody out there that you would like to debate? No?
not really.
Okay, if you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, and have a constructive conversation, who would that be and why?
Fuck, I'm the worst at this because I literally don't like really
You know what?
idolize.
There's
like,
nobody.
people.
It's not a matter of idolizing. You would just like to pick their brain. You know what? That person is intriguing to me. I would love to just sit down and have a conversation with them. Who would that be?
Okay, I just like recently started listening to this podcast, and they do interviews at prisons, and the person that started that, I feel like it would be cool to have a conversation with them. And
Why they started it and what they
I
experienced.
feel like that would be interesting.
You ever visit somebody in jail?
No.
So I guess you don't deal with criminals too long. You ain't there
No,
for the
if shit gets
aftermath.
dicey, that's on you. Bye.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
All right. End goal for Dani Valentina.
I really want a house with farm animals. I feel like that's like
With what?
farm animals.
Oh, farm animals.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
a really big like animal lover.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I feel like that would be goals. Just have my own little space.
So that's how you want to kind of sail off to the sunset? Not mad at that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do name drop, name drop, name drop. That's when I state 2 names from the industry, and you're going to tell me your first thought as I say their name, your initial thought. And then I'm going to state somebody from mainstream society, a well-known figure, and you're going to tell me your first thought when I say them.
The worst. I'm telling you, I don't idolize people. I really don't.
It's not a matter of idolizing them, just what your first thought about them is
Okay.
when I say it. Miss
See?
Dani,
I don't know her. She's very thick.
what's your first thought? Thick woman, beautiful woman,
thick ass.
great
That's
woman?
and when I
Okay.
think of Miss Dani, I think of her big ass.
Think of big ass.
Yes.
Okay. Abigail Morris.
Oh, she's so sweet. Like, not only is she so hot, but she's so fucking sweet.
We were talking about bringing her on. She's in Cali for this event. She was like, so I was like, aren't you located in Miami? She's like, I don't give out location. I'm like, I understand that for security purposes, but we don't. It's different. So I'm gonna get her though when we go.
Yeah,
back to
she's
Cali.
wonderful.
And last but not least, a big boy, Drewski.
Drew's. I mean, I've like watched some of his skits.
Yeah, you follow him.
Yeah.
A man that can make you laugh. Does he get to the promised land with you?
Oh my God, a man that can make me laugh can make me do a lot of things.
Goddamn applaud.
Yeah. I've definitely been ha-ha out of some like pussy. So.
You attracted to Drewski? Guys like that? No.
Am I attracted to him? No.
What kind of men are you attracted to? Slim, thick, chubby? What?
Both. Honestly, I really go on like energy. I feel like, especially being in this line of work, like I get sex, and so for me to like really be able to fuck with you, I have to vibe with you. So that means a lot to me. But like if we're talking about just like off the bat, like what's attractive, a nice smile, like a chest, like an arms, and I mean tall guys, of course, are.
You ever tricked off on a man? Like you ever buy a man some things, spend some of your money on a man?
Spend some of my money on a man? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like if it's somebody who's generous with me, it's only right.
Fair exchange.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do moment of truth. Moment of truth is when I state things. If what I state is true, you say true. If it's false, you say false, and you can elaborate and explain to me why it's false. If it's something you choose not to answer, you can say pass.
Okay.
You've dated a man that did not eat your vagina.
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
That would be unacceptable.
You are selective when it comes to swallowing.
I usually don't swallow.
You don't swallow. Okay.
Not really.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I feel like a fan is like a really good fan if they know that about me.
Have you ever swallowed?
Oh, yeah, I have. But it's not my go-to.
Are you? What made you swallow?
It just kind of happened.
Okay, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, it was like involuntariness, to be honest.
I'm trying to visualize how it kind of happened.
Yeah.
It's in your mouth. You either swallow it or you spit it out.
Yeah. No, what do you mean? It was so deep in my mouth. Like, what am I going to taste it on the way out?
The jock was already in your mouth when it shot off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more of you opening your mouth.
Yeah, if it's jerked off onto me, I mean, like I might like do like a taste here and there, but like it's not necessarily like my thing.
You let him shoot off in your mouth while it's in there. Or did you know it was coming? Was that
No, I
intentional?
didn't.
Oh, so he just pulled a fast one.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't never did no shit like that.
Yeah. Good. Consent is very important.
You should, well, I guess this ain't gonna apply to you because you just said you ain't swallowing. So, how do you would feel offended if a man skeeted in your mouth and you swallowed it and then got up to give him a kiss and he said no? True? Or false?
Yeah, that would be offensive.
Oh, okay. But you would understand if he did say why he didn't want to do it? Would you understand that?
Would I understand it? It would be a fuck you, but like, but I mean,
What if he just not that? What if he just doesn't want to taste his own cum?
How is that
That's
my
not
problem?
normal. Men don't. How's that normal? It's normal for a person to
I've had
taste
guys nut in me and then go eat it out. Like, with that, what are we talking about?
It is time to stop the
Normal is
fuckery.
subjective.
Let me gather my thoughts. A male performer has put you out of commission the next day after collaborating with them the day before.
No, never happened.
Never. Never tapped out?
I did tap out once.
Why?
It was just way too much.
Who was that scene with?
Louis.
Louis Smalls, I think his name is.
Yeah.
What made it overwhelming for you? Too long?
Yeah,
or-
it was just like he was getting real aggressive with it, and then we had already been fucking for a bit, and I was like, all right, I'm good.
Was he pissed?
No.
He already got his jock off, his rock
Yeah,
off?
I mean, like the video turned out pretty hot, and I got to like market it as like, oh, Danny's tapping out. So
Oh, you marked it. You marked it out like that, and then you showed the clip where you actually tapping out.
yeah.
You sold
It
a whole
pretty
bunch of
well.
that shit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Tease, I believe you. Your favorite spot for the money shot is your backside.
False. It could
Breast?
be anywhere.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like my titties.
Why, can you just wipe it and go?
Honestly, I wouldn't say my favorite is probably my pussy, just because I get to like, I like.
On the outside of it, or
Yeah,
cream
yeah,
pie?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I love cream pies, but I don't cream pie with everything.
Like to be skeeted at the top of the vagina, or
Yeah,
on the lips?
I think that's really hot because
on the lips or above it, where the pubic hair grows.
No, like on my lips, because like I like to like then play
And then
with
you
my
like
pussy
rub
with
it and you let it marinate.
Yeah.
Okay. 18 is too young to perform to become an adult performer.
I think it should be like maybe at least 21.
I agree. I am an advocate for that.
Yeah, and only because not that people shouldn't have autonomy, but like I feel like when you're that young, maybe you don't realize like the long-lasting effects that being in this industry could have, you know? And like a lot of people get into it impulsively because they went on TikTok and somebody told them that if they sell feet pics, like that's gonna make them so much money, and like it's not that. So I would say that if the age was raised, it would kind of maybe avoid that happening as much.
You are very innocent off camera.
False.
Okay, false.
I feel like I like look a certain way, and you wouldn't necessarily think that I am the person that I am. But I like to get
Agree with
freaky.
that. Oh yeah, I believe you.
A lot of like my porn is like my own like personal.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
And desires. You've had a man be intimidated by you in the bedroom because of your size.
No,
No.
I don't think so. No.
You've had a male fail at lifting you up during intimacy.
Yes.
They dropped you.
No, like not like drop me, but they just like couldn't.
You want to say who that person was?
No, I mean, I feel like the only one that has been able to do it is me.
You told
so.
me, right. Is it true that the skinnier men like the thicker women in today's society?
It definitely happens. They be having some big ass
there's
dicks too.
truth to that.
Yeah.
Most men can't handle dating a female that participates in adult films.
True.
If a man wants you to peg his behind from behind, he's fruity with the booty.
I don't think it's fruity.
Okay.
False, but it's just
Think you
also
got-
not my thing.
Okay. You never pegged a man? Would you do it if it was requested?
No.
You've had a performer ignore your double tap.
No.
No?
That's my go-to sign.
You've got burned as a performer.
No, luckily
No
hasn't
chlamydia,
happened.
no gonorrhea, none of that?
No, I've had all clean
Lucky.
tests. Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
You sometimes think to yourself, I wonder how this is going to all play out.
True.
If you had a son, you would prefer him not to become an adult performer.
False. I feel like I don't necessarily think about like what I don't have kids, but if they did whatever they wanted to do, that'd be fine.
What about a daughter?
It's the same
Same
thing.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to have kids one day?
Maybe. I'm not necessarily like set on it. I feel like if I meet someone that makes sense with, I'd be open to it. But like just the desire to have kids like by myself, I don't have that.
Right. You don't trust someone who owns a snake.
No, false.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't.
My best friend owns a snake.
Jesus. As a male or female?
Sasha is her name, so
Okay,
it's
so we got the answer there. Can you let the audience, that's your camera, let them know something rare about you.
Something rare. I don't know if it's rare, but I feel like one of the things about me is like I really love animals, like animal facts.
No, give me rare. You already talked about how you want to have an animal. Give me something rare about you like we wouldn't know. You roll your weed naked. You like to play video games high. You like to, you desire about having sex in a library, public library. I don't know, something rare.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm like drawing a blank right now. I don't feel
rare
like,
about you?
I'm sure there's weird things about me. I guess I just don't necessarily perceive them as weird.
You stack your dildos in your closet a certain kind of way. They're color coordinated, or they go by sizes. They go from 6, 7, 8, 9. They have to be in numerical order.
Of like just dicks. It's so funny.
Okay.
My mom was helping me clean out the other day, and she was like, "What the fuck?" So there were so
Let
many.
your mama see your drawer full of dildos?
I mean, it was out. It wasn't necessarily in. And I have this like one dildo that I had a company sent to me for like promotion or whatever, and I picked that one because I'm like, I'm never gonna spend $800 on a dick, so I got it. But it is it's like huge. It's like impossible to actually fit. Like I haven't been able to get past the tip.
What do you want with that?
I have an $800 dick that I just stare
Do
at.
something with it?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been able to do
You paid
much with it.
$800 for a dildo?
I did not.
Oh,
It was
okay.
free.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You want to let them know before we get out of here something to expect from you coming in the future, next year, end of this year? What's next for Dani Valentina?
Just look out for some more of my porn. I've been dropping stuff like every week on my personal site. So yeah, DaniValentina.com. You'll see all of my links on there. And if it's not on there, it's not me. I don't message people first. So yeah.
What were you doing when I walked up on you on your phone? When you had that scene?
Oh, I had a fan requesting a scene, and they asked if there was strap-ons in it, and so I was like reviewing it to see if it did or didn't. I didn't remember.
You really living like that, huh? Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. We appreciate you coming through. I know you've been a soldier. Just let me get a couple pictures with you and a little B-roll.
Okay.
And we let you go. We appreciate you coming through a little bit under the weather. You did a great job. And Dani Valentina, our first BBW on the show ever, going into our 5th year next year. Finally got it done, and we got somebody you wanted. And don't forget to check out the new Bougie Show merch coming. We fried out here, y'all. You already know. Stop the fuckery. Bougie Show. All that's coming soon.
After all of this, can I ask you a question?
Uh-oh. I ain't never been, I'm scared now because I ain't never had no performance that would have thrown me under the bus. What you want?
What took you so long to have a BBW on your show?
Because at the time when we were hustling it, we were just getting, in the beginning, we were getting whoever we could get. And I knew the audience, the demographics of it. It wasn't that I didn't want a BMW. It just has to be the right BBW. It had to be the right person that I felt like had the bougie look that still look good on camera. Because you can find anybody that's a heavyweight woman. It had to be, the whole mystique, the aura, the look. Everybody I show, hey, she's coming on the show, they always like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? They don't say that for all BBW. So just being real.
Okay.
But now, especially, yeah. If you got some more, you recommend them to me that's at your level of quality, let me know.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not against it.
Okay.
My hands can fit around you perfectly fine. Dani Valentina joining us on the Bougie Show. It was a pleasure. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Take care, love, and do your thing.
Awesome. I appreciate
You're
you.
checking out. Yay!
It's the Bougie Show with Zay the DJ.
Oh! How long was that? 1 hour. We